Hello, I'm Trent, aka oTradeMark, and I hope everyone had a happy Halloween. I didn't realize how creepy this mask was until I put it on in low light situation. This was my son's Halloween costume. Roblox went down obviously last week over the weekend. It was actually kind of a relief for me. It was nice because that was Halloween weekend and I wasn't looking at my phone. I was just able to take my kids out trick-or-treating, spend time with family. It was a nice break for me personally. Take a look on the screen. If you guys can't see that, here, let me zoom in a little bit. This is a time trial I ran yesterday. Each of us earned 6 quadrillion yen in this run, and this is not the best run. I'm going to actually show you guys that run or the screenshot a little bit later. Insane yen earning potential. Now, all of our units are pretty high level, so this is probably what we're going to see. Like, this is the yen earning potential of the upcoming update. As people get units towards 190 plus, this is kind of what you're going to be able to look towards. But I wanted to make a video today and talk to you guys about the yen earning cycle. And so I want to cover 3 things. I want to cover which units you should be incubating and how the incubator works, when you should start incubating your units, and then last of all, I want to explain when you should be farming yen versus when you should be farming time trial shards or doing raids or right now in the current meta, everything revolves around the incubator. It is so important to utilize your incubators effectively, and I see a lot of people using them very inefficiently. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. There is something that I actually just learned today about the incubators, and that is that incubators do not give experience. They only give levels. And I know that might not make sense, but let me try and explain here. So in this picture, you can see that there's a level 141 Mugetsu that this person is trying to fuse into Saber Altar. It's going to give 8.27 E experience. Now there's a level 160 Mugetsu down here that they're trying to fuse into the same Saber Altar, and it's only giving 4.76 E experience. So even though this Mugetsu is 19 levels higher than this Mugetsu, it has had less units fused into it. In other words, this one was leveled through Genius 3 and through incubating, and this one was purely leveled through through fusing. Okay, so this Mugetsu is worth far more experience when you're fusing. Okay, here's another example. We have a level 170 shiny Meliodas and a level 176 shiny Meliodas. The one that was incubated to 176 is giving far less experience when you're trying to fuse it. Okay, so why does this matter? So right here, this person, they have a shiny shiny raid Gojo, right? And that Gojo is level 189. So they've incubated a lot of levels into this shiny Gojo. By the way, thank you everyone who sent me these pictures. But in this situation, this person has a shiny Gojo, and they're trying to transfer the experience to a shiny Saber Altar because the shiny craft from Fate is better, obviously, than the shiny raid unit from Jujutsu Kaisen. But if he's fusing the level 189 shiny Gojo into the level 170 shiny Saber, he only gets 36.4 Z experience. So he would lose 17 levels in the process of fusing his incubated shiny Gojo into shiny Saber. And he's going to lose like 90% of his damage. So this is why it's important, is because previously I gave really incorrect information out, and so hopefully you did not follow this information. But originally I thought that the incubator would be a good way to use the incubator would be to put a feeder unit into the incubator, level it up to like 200, and then feed it to the unit that you want. Well, that's not how it works. You only want to be incubating the units, your highest damage potential units. Take your 2 highest damage dealing units, and those are the 2 units that you want to stick with and you want to incubate all the way until they reach the level cap. The reason why I don't like this implementation, okay, and I think Direb and the team should change it, is because you're basically locked into using the 2 units that you choose to incubate. There's no way to transfer all of those levels to a new unit. Even like I would be okay even with part of the XP that you're gaining from those levels, or I mean, you're not gaining any experience. But if you did gain experience from incubating, even if it was at a lesser level, it would still be better than nothing, right? But as it's set up now, be very careful with which units you choose to incubate. Okay, so you know that you're supposed to incubate your top 2 fighters, but a lot of people have asked me, Trademark, when should I start incubating my units? Because a lot of people do this inefficiently to where they're incubating at the wrong times or too early, etc. And basically the way to figure that out is to look at how many levels you can earn in however long you play on average. Let's say that you know, on average, you're earning 3 levels per day on your top unit, right? Well, as the amount of levels that you can earn per day of play decreases and approaches 1, that's when you basically should incubate instead of fuse. So for tomorrow's update, when it comes out, there should be higher level units. So like if we get level 150 to 155 units tomorrow, you want to push your units up way past that, like 175, even close to 180 prior to incubating. So you want to fuse everything into your top 2 fighters, get them as high as you can. You can still incubate units while you're fusing into your top 2 fighters. Like you should always have a fighter in the incubator, always, no matter what. Okay, so I've explained which fighters you should be incubating, and I've explained when you should start incubating them. The last thing I want to help you guys understand is the most efficient way to farm yen based on those incubation cycles. So essentially you should only be farming yen when your top 2 fighters are out of the incubator. My strongest units were out of the incubator a few nights ago. I decided to do some time trial runs to farm some yen. So basically this is what I do. I put on my strongest unit, which is my carry unit, and then 5 other solid gold units, okay? If you haven't started saving your solid gold units, you should, okay? Anytime that you do like a bulk open session, before you fuse everything into your strongest fighter, do a search for both collector 3 and solid gold units and save your best ones. So you can see I have a full team here of collector 3 units as well as a full team of solid gold units that I've kind of leveled up a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and start the time trial. And for yen farming, you can go ahead and use your time trial skip. For shard farming, you want to start from level 1, but on yen farms, you're fine to go ahead and do the skip. I'm just going to fast forward this part because it's not really important, but basically you're just trying to race to the highest level that you can potentially do. You usually don't want to yen farm solo. It's all about which section you can unlock, right? So if I can get past the 92 break solo, but with a couple more people, I can get past the 96 break, it's worth it for us to actually do time trials with 3 or 4 people instead of just myself solo or duo. So you'll notice right here in this time trial, I'm just going to fast forward it till we get past the 92 breakpoint. And now this section, 92 to 96, is going to be a difficult section. So you notice right there, I switched to my full best team, right? So I have currently my best team equipped. The boss is about to die and someone else is attacking it. So I know like it's going to die pretty quick. Instead of like taking the time to unequip all and equip 6, I just quickly equip like 4. I don't care which units the solid gold replaces right now because I'm just trying to get my yen multiplier up because the yen is calculated right when the unit dies. I get my 4 solid gold units in, get the kill, and then I go right back to equip best. You'll notice here, essentially we both earn about 5 quadrillion, but he did more damage. The reason why I earned more yen than him is because I did the gold swap when he did not. So this was another run that we did. We added a third person. We all got about 6 quadrillion yen. This round we got to 95, but we were running solid gold units. So we actually tried to run our best units on the last section. And check out this. A trio, we got to room 98, which is absolutely insane. And look at the yen gain that I actually got here. 8.75 quadrillion. So I have less damage than the other two players. They basically carried me. They have stronger teams than me. But because I was doing the solid gold swaps on all the bosses and all the big side mobs, I was able to get nearly 9 quadrillion yen. If you use F- rounding, that's like 20 quadrillion yen. Basically, what you should be doing is farming yen when your top carries are out, when they're out of the incubator. And then once you put them back into the incubator, what you should be doing then is doing like shard farming. So all of your time trials, instead of using solid gold units, you want to be using your collector 3 units. Your priorities, again, incubate your top 2 units, get them way higher level than your other units. Then when they are out of the incubator, you're using them to yen farm in time trials with solid gold units to farm a ton of yen. Anyways, guys, hopefully this helped you out. Malo Alpito. Thanks for watching, and peace. I'm out of here.